Beginning band students, my name is Mrs. Preslin and I'm here today to show you a thing or two about playing the trombone. So if you've missed the super lesson or you just need a quick refresher, then you come to the right place. We're going to start today by taking the mouthpiece out of the case, and you always want to start with your case, leave it on the floor the whole time, don't try to put it on your lap. And we're going to find just the mouthpiece, which is going to be in a little compartment in some of your cases. Sometimes it'll have a little hole that the mouthpiece goes into. So to get a sound on the trombone, what you have to do is make a buzzing sound with your lips. So you're going to get your lips wet and try this with me. Make them vibrate back and forth. That's called buzzing. Now we're going to do the buzzing into the mouthpiece. Now when you put the mouthpiece up to your lips, you want the crease of your lips to be across the center of the mouthpiece. And then make that same buzzing sound. Now depending on how loose or tight your lips are, you can get low sounds, medium sounds, or high sounds. So it's kind of fun to experiment to see which kind of sounds you can get. I always recommend you warm up with just some basic mouthpiece buzzing. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm going to show you how to put the instrument together. So we're going to start by taking the slide out of the case, and there's a black knob on the bottom. It's made out of rubber, and that's going to rest on the ground. Now the mouthpiece is going to go, see there's a tall piece and a short piece. The mouthpiece is going to go in that hole. Just put it in and give it a slight twist, and then it'll stay. Now we're going to take the piece that has the bell shape on it, that's called the bell, and that's going to go in the tall piece. So you're just going to insert it like so. Now when you do that, make sure that the bell is in front of you, not behind you. If you put it behind you, it'll be on backwards. So it's going to go in front, it'll be off to the left side, and these pieces are going to form a right angle. Then we're going to take this piece here and tighten it so that the pieces stay together. And it should still be able to move around just a little bit, but you want to tighten it just as much as you can. Okay, the next thing you need to know about is called the slide lock. Now if you see right here, zoom in on that, if it's locked, the slide won't go anywhere. If you slide it over and it's not under this little latch here, it'll unlock. So you have to be really careful that when you're putting it together that the slide is locked, or you might launch your slide and that's not cool. So now that we've got everything put together, I'm going to show you how to hold it with your hand. So your left hand, make an L just like that, and then you're going to point out like this. Wrap these 3 fingers between these 2 bars, just like that. And then your left thumb is going to go up over this bar, and your pointer finger is going to point straight out, just like that. And your left hand is going to hold the weight of the instrument. Now the right hand, you're going to unlock the slide with your right hand, and then hold the slide just like that on the bar. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the trombone put together with all the names of the parts just to help you remember. Now we're going to try that same buzzing sound in the trombone. So just like you did before with the mouthpiece, you're going to buzz your lips. You might get that sound or you might get a different sound. The first sound was low and the second sound was high, and either one is okay. The low sound was called B flat, and that's the first note the book teaches you. The higher sound was called F, and that note is also in the book. Either one is okay. Now I'm going to show you where to put the slide to play the note C. So you're going to straighten the slide all the way out, called C, and that's called sixth position, and I'm going to cover all the positions in just a second. The last note I'm going to show you today is called D, and we're going to go to fourth position. Now in fourth position, we're going to move the slide so that this part right here, where it breaks, lines up with the edge of the bell, and that's called fourth position. So if you play D, and then C, and then B flat, you know the notes to play hot cross buns. Which is number 16 in your book if you want to get a head start. So now that we've covered the basic notes, I'm going to show you all of the slide positions. First position is the first note we played. It's all the way in, and that's called B flat. Second position, you want to move your slide about an inch out, and that's second position. Third position, you're going to line this bar up with the bell, which you can check with your finger because you won't be able to see it very well. Fourth, we already talked about. Fifth position is just a little further out than fourth. Your arm should be bent a little bit. Sixth position is with your arms straight out. Seventh position is really far out. I can't even reach seventh position, but it's somewhere out here. Now be careful. If you go too far out, the slide will come off. So don't try to do seventh position yet. And then when we're done, we're going to lock the slide. Now sometimes the slide is a little sluggish and it gets sticky. So that's why we have what's called slide oil. So you're going to take the cap off, unlock the slide, rest it on the floor, and then you're just going to drizzle a little bit on the top and let it run down like that. Put the cap back on the oil, put it back in your case, and then just kind of work it around a little bit to get that oil working around nice and smooth. There's one other piece that I need to show you before we go today, and that's called the water key. So if you get some extra, when you blow hot air onto metal, sometimes we get water that collects. It's called condensation. And that's going to collect in the slide. So to get rid of it, all you do is press this lever, and it opens up that hole down there, and then the water comes out the bottom. Try to do that over a trash can if you can. Okay? So now we're going to take it apart, and I'm going to begin, again, make sure your slide is locked. If the slide is not locked, I've been using my pinky to hold on to it. First thing you're going to do is take the mouthpiece out. Now if the mouthpiece gets stuck, don't try to yank at it because you might break the instrument. Just come find me and I have a special tool that I can pull it out with for you. Gently twist, put that back in this little compartment. Then you're going to unscrew this piece. Gently twist and pull. And then it doesn't really matter which piece you put in first. You put the bell piece in first. And then the slide piece goes in last. Then you close your case. And you want to close the latches. And you're all set. So I hope you've learned a lot today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.